Welcome back to another episode. Today we are comparing the new Apple Watch Series 9 with my Series 7. I've used it for weeks now. Here's all the useful features I've found and the reasons why I'm returning it. So the first upgrade that I found very useful was the Find My iPhone Precise Finding feature. So I'm going to be hiding my phone in this couch right now. I'm going to use this to find my phone now. So now we're finding it 2 meters away, so it's clearly somewhere around here. Oh, it's making a beeping sound. Oh, the vibrations get more and more as I'm reaching. Oh, there it is. I found that with Series 9, I can find my iPhone faster. It's not a must-have, but for someone who uses the pinging iPhone feature very often, this is a very nice upgrade. Now, it's very similar to AirTags, and if you want to learn more, you can watch the video here. Next, this double tap feature is actually the whole reason why I wanted to buy the Apple Watch Series 9. But is it enough reason to upgrade? Well, no. Hear me out. It's basically a whole new way of using my Apple Watch. Like when I hear an alarm and I'm too tired to stop the alarm, what do? Double tap. When I'm taking photos and I don't want to look like I'm using the Apple Watch to control my phone, double tap. So that's what I thought I'd do, but when I actually got to try this, I realized that the double tap feature is something that you have to get used to. Most of the times I forget that the double tap feature is even there and automatically my hand just goes there. So double tap just didn't become a thing that I use very often. But if you want to know, double tap is pretty well integrated into all the apps. Timer, photos, alarms, answering calls. And if it doesn't work in an app, the little icon will actually shiver there as if saying no. So then you know the Apple Watch actually sends the double tap, but it's just not gonna work in that particular app. Here's the twist though. If you're coming from an older Apple Watch, you can actually already use these gestures to control your Apple Watch. Now, this supports gestures like double tapping or clenching your fist, but from my tests, my Apple Watch Series 7 just sometimes cannot detect any gestures, and overall is just not as fast or reliable as the double tap feature on the Series 9. And that's all because of the newer, the faster S9 SIP chip and the new neural engine inside the Series 9. And yes, because of this new chip, animations on the Apple Watch Series 9 is smoother, but the speed differences between these two is not that obvious. Unless you're really trying to see a difference like what I'm doing here, you would not actually notice. But what is faster is Siri's processing, and this is due to an on-device Siri that you get with the Apple Watch Series 9. An offline Siri means it doesn't rely on internet to work. Other upgrades that are worthy mentions are number 1, the 2 times brighter display. However, I do find the 1000 nits brightness on my Series 7 more than enough, so I'm not too sure if I need that brighter display. Number 2 is better HomePod integration. Because of the new ultra-wideband Gen 2 chip, when you go near the HomePod, the Apple Watch now knows and automatically switches to now playing so that you can control it from your Apple Watch. Number 3 is crash detection, and it's the kind of feature that is great if you need it, but you don't actually use it on the day-to-day. Number 4, this Apple Watch is the first carbon-neutral product from Apple. I love that. It's not exactly a spec upgrade, but I think it's an upgrade for people who care about the environment and want to get new Apple Watches. And finally, we have improved sensors, the heart rate monitor, the blood oxygen, the temperature. All these sensors got an upgrade. Apple doesn't actually give us the detail, but all these improved sensors help in things like cycle tracking, period prediction, sleep tracking. So everything comes down to this question: is it worth the upgrade from Series 7 or the older watches to Series 9? Well, it's not for me, and I created this super simple rational decision table to help me decide. It might just help you, so follow along. So I wrote down these core features, which is what I mainly use my Apple Watch for. And if Apple decides to upgrade these features, I'm super happy. Or if Apple manages to add more features to this list, then it will be a must upgrade. The double tap features sadly did not make the list just because I'm just not used to it. Like even after wearing this for 1 week, 2 weeks, I still don't use the double tap feature as much as I thought I would. And out of these 8 core features, they updated 3. in which I think the updates are things that are nice to have, but it's not a must-have. And I'm very happy with my old Series watch. The battery health is not too bad. Oh, actually wait, it's at 80%. But I still get almost full day battery life, so no complaints there. The Apple Watch just isn't something that I have to upgrade every year just because the features are pretty incremental to me after Series 7. Honestly, I think getting the Apple Watch Ultra 2 would make a better upgrade. Like, I think I'd be able to feel the upgrade more significantly. But then again, I think that is an overkill for me, at least for right now. So I will be holding off one more year, and if the battery becomes really bad, I'll decide again if I need the upgrade. If you're coming from an older watch before a Series 7, I think the Series 9 would be a good upgrade. You would be happy with it. But if you have a Series 7, Series 8 with great battery life, I don't think you need the upgrade. But you know what? If you have the budget, you've worked hard, and if you really want the Apple Watch Series 9, go for it. Don't let me stop you. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to watch more videos, I'll leave similar ones down here. Like and subscribe for more videos. It really does help the channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Stay minty and cherry. Goodbye!